Justin Bieber is out for blood, literally. He says the industry runs on it. Drained from the young, bottled as adrenochrome, and drunk by the elite for a high that never lasts. He knows, because he was there. He saw the rituals. He lived the nightmare. Now he's naming and shaming the Osbournes. Kelly fired first on Instagram. Bieber fired back, and he didn't miss. Ozzy, he says, was the first to crack. His brain eaten alive by Kuru, the shuddering death that comes from feeding on human tissue. Sharon is fading fast, and Kelly herself is at death's door. The family that sacrificed others is now being sacrificed by the very disease they helped create. Before we dive in, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join the People's Voice Locals community to join our incredible community, support the channel, and gain access to exclusive and uncensored content. Justin Bieber isn't just throwing accusations at the Osbournes. He's connecting the dots that the rest of us have been too polite or too scared to connect. Let's start with Ozzy, the man who once bit the head off a bat on stage, the Prince of Darkness, the rock icon who spent decades shaking uncontrollably, losing motor function, his body betraying him in slow motion. For years, the media called it Parkinson's, decades of drug abuse. They called it anything but what it actually was. Bieber says it was Kuru.
Have you noticed the trembling expression on Ozzy Osbourne's face while he's performing? No one realizes that his body is sending out 3 distress signals. His body seems ready to leave this world. First of all, Ozzy has to be tied to a chair to perform. His body is no longer able to support himself, and he even can't help but close his eyes all the time. Secondly, his hands tremble abnormally. While singing, he has to hold the microphone with both hands, and his left leg is always shaking violently. The microphone stand seems to be the only pillar that can support him. Finally, Ozzy Osbourne's body keeps straining forward. His emotions are becoming more and more intense, and he looks like he wants to end the pain immediately.
For those who don't know, Kuru is a prion disease. You get it from consuming human meat. It incubates for years, sometimes decades. Then it hits. Tremors, loss of limb control, emotional instability, and finally complete physical breakdown. There's no cure for the cannibal disease. Just ask Celine Dion, Ellen DeGeneres, or even Ariana Grande. There's only a slow shuddering unraveling of the person you used to be. Ozzy didn't get sick from drugs. He got sick from what he ate, what he sacrificed for, what the family consumed in those rituals Bieber keeps describing. Now, look at Sharon.
Did anyone else notice this? Sharon Osbourne was shaking at Ozzy's funeral, visibly trembling in front of everyone. Her face looked frozen, her body unstable. Fans are terrified something's seriously wrong, and now people are asking, is Sharon Osbourne next?
The same tremors, the same loss of control. She's shaking in public, losing weight at an alarming rate. Her speech slurring in interviews. We're told it's stress. We're told it's age. We're told it's normal. Ask yourself, is that what your grandmother looks like? In 2026, Bieber is answering the question nobody dares to ask. What are the odds that both husband and wife develop the exact same rare disease, with the exact same symptoms, unless they shared the exact same cannibal diet? And that diet isn't just an Osbourne family recipe, it's the diet of the elite, the one documented in the Epstein files. And now Kelly is at death's door too, with the exact same symptoms: rapid weight loss, lack of physical control, emotional instability, and she's hitting out at anybody who dares to notice.
The comments are coming from grown-ass women, and it's absolutely devastating that women can't support other women.
Here's the thing about denial. It's loudest when the truth is closing in. Bieber says Kelly is next. The tremors are already starting. She's trying to distract, to deny, to outrun the inevitable. But you can't outrun a disease that's already inside of you. And everybody in Hollywood knows it. The industry has been whispering about the Osbournes for years. The rituals, the sacrifices, the blood. Bieber isn't guessing. He was there. He saw it. He survived it. And he says Sharon isn't an innocent victim. She was Ozzy's handler, introduced to his life at an early age to control him for a well-known foreign intelligence agency. But first, just quickly, if you're using a mainstream VPN, cancel your subscription right now. They're spying on you. and laughing at you while you pay them for the privilege. The world's leading VPNs have been bought out by Cape Technologies, an Israeli company closely linked to Mossad. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research. Then head over to vp.net/TPV and take yourself off their radar. Now, back to Bieber. For months, he's been bleeding out in public. Late night Instagram rants, posts that vanish before sunrise. Allegations so dark, most people can't begin to comprehend them. But this isn't performance. This is confession. Bieber recently accused Diddy and Usher of deliberately spiking his adrenal response, right before his blood was extracted and consumed fresh at room temperature. Now he has revealed the same thing was happening in the Osbourne family home, with Sharon introducing satanic rituals to her family for continued fame and success.
Do you believe that there is a secret group that controls Hollywood, like a...
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
And I think that there is also the sect of billionaires that control America as well.
And only Ozzy Osbourne. Good evening, Ozzy.
What?
Good evening, Ozzy.
Hello there.
How are you?
Fine.
Sharon Osbourne wasn't Ozzy's caretaker. She was his handler, the one who fed him the diet and cleaned up the mess. And according to Justin Bieber, the industry is crawling with handlers just like her. He's got the receipts. And after this break, he's sharing them. Before we go on, I want to talk about a health secret I discovered that the elite really don't want you to know about. I was online the other day and I found this video from Chuck Norris. He lived well into his 80s and said that he felt like he was in his 50s. He revealed his closely guarded secrets in the video on what he was doing to stay feeling young, including these 3 foods that should be avoided like the plague. At first, I was a bit skeptical, until I tried some of his tips. They were so simple, I was floored. I followed what he told me to do, and now I feel amazing too. I urge you guys to check this video out. I reached out to his team and was able to get a special link just so you could all watch the exact video I saw. Watch that video now at chuckdefense.com/TPV. That's chuckdefense.com/TPV. To make it even easier, I've linked it below this video so you can check it out yourself. It has been a game changer for me, and I want you all to check it out too. Go to chuckdefense.com/TPV. Here is where it gets even darker. Bieber says Sharon didn't just keep the rituals inside the family. She actively tried to hook her children up with other powerful occult figures across the industry. Networking, but with a blood price. She connected Kelly to people who could advance her career. People with the same satanic vices, including paedophilia and cannibalism. At the top of that list, Diddy.
Jack, so Kelly went out last night and apparently Puff Daddy's security guard bumped into her and knocked her on the floor, and then Puff Daddy picked her up and put her on the table and apologized and was really nice to her and told her she doesn't wear enough diamonds and that he was going to get her a diamond watch.
He did, he's not homie.
I said he smells good, he dresses nice, he's fine. Wouldn't it be cool if Kelly went out with Puff Daddy and I was Puff Daddy's mother-in-law?
Puff Mummy?
Puff Mummy.
It's P. Diddy, Mum.
P. Diddy, really cool.
I don't trust it.
Don't talk about my son-in-law that way.
You're crazy, Mom.
Doesn't he smell nice, Kelly?
I was like, hold the show, and then there's all these other celebrities there representing. Manicure, he's such a gentleman, he's so well put together.
I know he is.
His nails were perfect, his suit was perfect.
I bet he's got a nice old willy and all.
Your mom's talking about Diddy's willy. Mom, seriously, you cannot.
I bet it's smooth. I bet it's oiled, and I bet it's...
How did Sharon Osbourne know about Diddy's baby oil? She knew details that weren't public. And that's the thing about handlers. They always know more than they should. Just look at Erica Kirk. And just like Erica Kirk, Sharon was quick to change her tune when exposed.
All I have to say is about Sean is it's not my world. I don't understand any of that world. I don't pretend that I do.
Here's something they don't teach you in music history class. Rock and roll wasn't just about rebellion. It wasn't just about sex, drugs and dancing on your problems. According to declassified documents and decades of insider testimony, the rock music industry has been controlled from the very beginning by intelligence agencies. The CIA, Mossad, the deep state.
I will say it overtly. I think that rock has been purposely dialed down in the culture.
When would you say that began? Mid-2000s?
Late 90s. I think the first, and again, this gets wizard behind the curtain, right? Somebody's going to say, well, how do you know, or who was the wizard behind the curtain? All I know is I saw the gravity shift, okay? If you were at MTV or around MTV, 1997, 98, suddenly they decided rock was out, when rock was still very, very high up in the thing. And it was replaced by rap. They immediately changed the way their standards and practices immediately shifted. So now that things that weren't allowed were suddenly allowed, people were waving guns, okay? So some people assert that the CIA was involved in all that, again, above my pay grade, but I saw it happen. I did witness it happen.
The CIA and Mossad own the entertainment industry, plain and simple. They funded the counterculture. They promoted the pop stars. They control the narratives, the awards, the scandals, and the disappearances. For them, music is psychological warfare.
Yeah, there's like a crazy fucking conspiracy that the CIA created like Jim Morrison, the Doors, and the rock and roll movement of the 60s, all the decadent rock and roll.
Yeah.
And there's weird connections. It's like you got to go like, whoa,
you got to go
there
deep.
are some connections there. What was Jim Morrison's dad?
General.
He was a general.
General? But you got to have
Wasn't he in the CIA as well?
I don't think so.
No? Just a general?
He was like the one that gave the orders that started the Gulf of Tonkin or something.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
Okay, so imagine that. So his dad, deep state, right?
So that's a
military connection. There's people that think that sort of image, the rock and roll star, the decadent, depraved rock and roll star image, was calculated by the CIA, and that this was all part of the same anti-war movement. Like what they were trying to do is stop the anti-war movement. They were trying to stop the hippie movement. And they think that what they did was encourage a chaos that came out of worshiping these degenerate rock and roll stars that were all drug addicts and saying crazy shit.
Right.
The thing is, it sounds super far-fetched, but when you look at what they definitely did with the Manson family, what they definitely did with Operation MK Ultra and Operation Midnight Climax and all these different crazy mind control experiments that they did, and what they did with the Harvard LSD studies, and what they did with they were dosing people with acid and trying to make them do things and trying to turn them into psychopaths. And they did it with the Manson family. They got Manson when he was in prison and dosed him up with acid and allegedly taught him how to be a cult leader, allegedly, and then provided him with acid and then repeatedly let him out of jail every time he got arrested for things.
Yeah, because he was arrested a lot.
Yeah, and someone would step in and say, this is above your pay grade, and he would be out. Yeah, and they know that he worked with Jolly West, who was the guy who was running MK Ultra for the CIA. So if they were doing that, you think they're going to leave rock and roll alone?
No, right.
No, they probably would do it. And then there's also some people now that are saying they were a part of funding the gangster rap movement of the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah.
That was another way to sow discord in society. And when society is unstable, you can like control people more.
Sounds like Joe has been watching our videos again. The CIA, joined at the hip with the Mossad, has been infiltrating cultural movements and controlling society for decades. The Osbournes weren't just a rock family, they were a controlled asset. The handler model that Bieber describes? That's standard operating procedure in intelligence circles. You don't let a star run wild. You assign somebody to manage them, to keep them in line, to clean up the mess when they get too close to the truth. We're living in critical times. And here at The People's Voice, we're on a mission to expose the elites, release their vice-like grip, and hold them to account before it's too late. Join us in our mission to wake up the masses, subscribe to the channel, and join our incredible community of truth seekers in the People's Voice Locals community. I hope to see you there.